Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the digital shadows to uncover the top 5 most infamous hacking incidents that literally shook the cyber world. These aren't just stories about stolen data. They're tales of ingenuity, audacity, and the ever-evolving battle between security and intrusion. So, buckle up as we count down the events that redefined cybersecurity forever. Coming in at number 5 is the 2014 Sony Pictures hack. Imagine waking up one morning to find your company's most sensitive data, including unreleased films, executive salaries, and embarrassing private emails, plastered all over the internet. That was the reality for Sony. The perpetrators, a group calling themselves the Guardians of Peace, allegedly linked to North Korea, were protesting the release of the film The Interview, which satirized the nation's leader. The breach was a massive wake-up call for corporations everywhere, demonstrating that a cyber-attic could be a tool of geopolitical pressure and public humiliation, causing reputational damage that far outlasts the initial financial hit. At number 4, we have the Maurice worm of 1988. This was one of the very first internet worms, and it brought the early internet to its knees. Created by a Cornell graduate student named Robert Tappan Morris, the worm wasn't intended to be malicious. Maurice claimed he was just trying to gauge the size of the internet. However, a flaw in its code caused it to replicate uncontrollably, infecting and slowing down an estimated 10% of the internet's computers at the time, about 6,000 machines. The incident led to the first felony conviction under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act and spurred the creation of the first Computer Emergency Response Team, or SAT, laying the groundwork for modern incident response. Next up, at number 3, is the massive Yahoo data breach. This one is staggering in its scale. Between 2013 and 2014, attackers compromised every single Yahoo user account in existence. That's 3 billion accounts. Yes, you heard that right, 3 billion. The stolen information included names, email addresses, phone numbers, and in some cases, encrypted or unencrypted security questions and answers. The full extent of the breach wasn't even disclosed until years later, during Verizon's acquisition of the company, which severely impacted the sale price. This incident remains the largest data breach in history and serves as a stark reminder of how much of our personal information is consolidated and, unfortunately, vulnerable. Our runner-up, at number 2, is the Stuxnet worm, discovered in 2010. This wasn't your typical hack for financial gain. Stuxnet was a highly sophisticated piece of malware, believed to be a state-sponsored site. Its target was incredibly specific: the centrifuges in Iran's nuclear facilities. The worm was designed to physically sabotage the equipment by making it spin out of control, all while reporting normal operations to the control room. It was the first time we saw a digital weapon cause real-world physical destruction on a national infrastructure level. Stuxnet opened Pandora's box, ushering in a new era of cyber warfare where code could be as destructive as a missile. And finally, taking the top spot at number 1 is the 2017 Equifax breach. Why is this number 1? Because it hit us where it hurts most: our financial identities. Equifax, one of the largest credit bureaus in the United States, lost the personal data of nearly 150 million people. This wasn't just names and emails. It was social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and driver's license numbers, the keys to our entire financial kingdom. The cause: a failure to patch a known vulnerability in their web application framework. The fallout was immense, leading to a multi-million-dollar settlement and a profound loss of public trust. The Equifax breach proved that even the guardians of our most sensitive data are fallible, and the consequences of their mistakes can follow us for a lifetime. These 5 incidents, from the early days of the internet to the modern era of cyber warfare, have each left an indelible mark on our digital world. They've forced us to rethink security, privacy, and the very nature of conflict in the 21st century. What do you think is the most impactful hack of all time? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey into the history of cybercrime interesting, please give this video a thumbs up. And do you not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next deep dive. Stay safe out there, and see you in the next one.